In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. I boarded a bus from Lahore, which was meant for Islamabad. It was the bus of slightly better company, and a woman was interacting with the passengers sitting inside the bus. I noticed that one or two of the passengers, maybe just for the sake of curiosity or something else, they said something unnecessary just for the sake of curiosity, something which was not as appropriate as well. And this woman, although it's another subject, whether a woman should be working in the bus or not, as a conductor, as a PRO inside the bus, whether she should be working or not. That's another topic to be debated upon. Though it's quite debatable, but we are not going to have a kind of discussion now. Why? Because there is another thing which is important enough, useful enough, should be discussed. I was saying that one or two of the passengers said something which was quite unnecessary, maybe not as appropriate as well. But amazement, to my amazement, not only that she responded, rather she responded quite positively. Now there were two options in front of her, either to feel unhappy and somewhat disturbed and say nothing. The other was to respond some in not so appropriate manner, because they people were talking like that to her. They said something to her which was unnecessary, slightly inappropriate as well. She responded, and she responded positively. These women who are working inside the bus as a conductor, obviously, these are not shy. They are not shy. Plus, they are trained how to manage, how to tackle, how to respond, how to interact with the passengers inside the bus. So, this was the result of her training as well. This was the result of her training, which she and the rest of the ladies like her were trained by the company. Instead of keeping quiet and saying nothing, because if you do keep quiet, they might say something more, and they may keep saying one thing or the other, because it is a kind of psychological fact. It has to do with the psychology of a human being. So she did not remain quiet. She did not feel like she's upset, did not exhibit anything like this one. Her mood was not switched off, and she said something very positive. She said something very positive. There is a lesson for me and you, for all of us. The way she behaved, the way she kept behaving with the passengers, there is a lesson for each one of us. What is this lesson, by the way? The lesson is that we should be talking positively, positively, proactively. We need to talk positive, we need to talk proactive. And if at all we are we are said something which is not positive, which is not so appropriate, even then, we must be responding positively. Why? There is a big why. As and when somebody says something negative to us, inappropriate to us, a conventional way of responding is that if this person is weaker than you, then you have every right to say something even more negative. Now, the question is that once we are responding negativity with equal or even more amount of negativity, inappropriateness, vulgarness, mannerlessness, is it harmful for those people, for them only? No, no, no. It is equally harmful to us as well. A chain of negativity might start, or even if it does not, the other person is weak enough and cannot say something that much bad in your presence. They will start working against you in your absence. So I think it is a nonsense way of interacting with the people if you are responding the negativity with the equal or even more amount of negativity. Absolutely wrong, useless, even absurd. Now, another question is that if at all we are responding positively against something positive or against something which is not positive, so is it beneficial for them only? No, no. It is definitely beneficial for them, but it is equally beneficial for we ourselves as well, or maybe even more beneficial. Why? Because we can turn the opponents into our allies by this way. We can turn our opponents into our allies this way. The onlookers too will be impressed. We will be, inshallah, quoted as an example, not necessarily in each and every case, but in several cases, or at least we ourselves should be able, we ourselves will be able to quote how did we respond against somebody's remarks like this one. So don't feel sorrow, bad if somebody is not behaving you properly. Why? Because whatever is in their mind will come out through their tongue or hands. Whatever is going on inside the minds of the people will come out through their mouth, through their tongue, and with their hands as well. So, if there is a junk and negativity inside the mind of anyone else, so obviously the same thing will come out. And you don't need to worry about your own interest, your own benefits. Why? Because it is they who are having enough amount of filth. So you don't need to you don't need to fill your mind with the same sort of filth. Not at all, not at all, not at all. Thank you. Jazakallah.